I'm Logan with the Backwoodsman Institute. Today in this video we'll be talking about how to bring life back to sun-bleached antlers with something as simple as wood stain. Now, a set of antlers we're going to be working on in this video are actually the remnants of a buck we found a couple years back. It's been laying there. It was laying there so long that the sun bleached it out so bad that the antlers dried out and were starting to crack. And it's such a unique rack that I wanted to bring it back to its natural state, basically, and to give the rack and the skull justice, because it's really pretty skull. Now, the process you're going to see, I actually filmed a few weeks back, and I just didn't have time to shoot an intro for it, but that's what I'm doing now. So with that being said, let's get this process started. All right, in this video right here, I'm going to teach you guys how to bring life back to sun-bleached antlers. This is the skull I'm going to show you. You can tell the sun has drained all the life basically out of this antler. This is a dead deer that we found a few years back, or you can even do it with sheds that you find shed hunting. Now, an easy way to do that is with wood stain. You want to start out with a light color because you can always go darker.
Now this is the wood stain I used in this project. As you can see, I chose the golden oak, and I chose that simply because I had it laying around the house. Now if you were going to go to the store, you could buy lighter stain, and you might want to start out with that, but that's just something you need to experiment with and play around with to get the right shade that you want.
First thing you want to do before you apply your wood stain is you want to wash every nook and cranny off of this antler. And how I do that is with diluted dishwash soap. Mix it with water and take an old toothbrush and scrub every crevice in there and get all the dirt out of there. Because if you don't, then you got this whenever you add wood stain to it. All these dark spots are dirt. And this is the first one I did, and I'm kind of glad I messed it up because I can show you what it'll look like. But that dirt gets magnified when you put that stain on. Now this one here is one that I did scrub. And this is a sun-bleached antler right here, and this is one I added stain to. And you can see it doesn't look near as bad as that other one. It really, to me, it looks lifelike. But now back to the skull we're going to be working on. You need to decide what you want to do with it. If you want to put it up for decoration like a European skull mount or whatever, that's what I'm going to do to this. I'm going to take masking tape and go around the base of the antlers right here and cover up that skull so I don't drip any stain from the antlers onto the skull. Alright, now that I washed it, let it dry, I got it taped up. Now I can add my stain to it. I want a rag that I can use to apply the stain, and I want a rag that I can use to wipe it off. Because I don't want to let it sit too long, because like I said, you can start light and add more coats if you want to. So I'm going to put some on, let it sit just for a little bit, and wipe it off. And see how it looks.
Now I know what you're thinking. This rack looks really dark, and I thought so myself, but the stain's still wet. So wait till you see the end of the video where the rack is dried out before you make that judgment call.
Alright, I got one side painted right here. I'm going to take a damp rag, and I'm going to you can see on these, they're not a uniform color. So I'm going to scrub these antlers, try to take away some of that stain from some areas. Alright, we got one side stained, we're going to work on the other side now. Alright, this is an actual European skull mount of a deer that my dad harvested. You can see at the base of these antlers, they're a lot darker in color. And that comes from them rubbing up on trees and kind of stains their antlers. Now with this, I want to achieve that same effect. And I put extra coats of that golden oak on here, but it's not turning out the way I want. So I'm going to go with a darker stain, and this is a special walnut. And I'm going to use a small paintbrush and just put that on in areas where I think it needs to be darker. I even go up somewhat on the main beam here, because they use this inside of their antlers to rub up on trees too. And kind of add some extra color into there so it's not just one uniform color. That's unnatural. Alright, I put the darker stain over the original coat that I had on here. This set of antlers turned out to be really dark. But whenever we found this skull, it was really sun bleached and really dried out. so the pores and antlers soaked in that stain really well. This one wasn't sitting out in the sun that long, and this is the same golden oak stain that I put on this one. But to me, this looks more natural. But dark racks are also found in nature. This deer right here, this is exactly how it was harvested. This had a very dark rack. Now, this by no means is professional taxidermy. It's just if you're out shed hunting, if you find a sun-bleached antler that's been there for a while, and you want to put some color back into it, bring some life back to it, you can use wood stain. Now I have decided that I do want to paint this, so I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to show you the finished product. Alright, this is the finished product. After everything dried out, I was a little worried whenever I first put the stain on there, because it was really dark. But you could tell, and I'll zoom in on it in a little bit, but you could tell where I took that water and kind of minimized the stain on here, and it dried out very nice, and it actually has a really nice lifelike color to it, so I'm very pleased. Right, y'all, there it is, the same pair of sun-bleached antlers we had in the beginning of the video. Hard to believe it's them. Very unique rack, and I'm pleased how it turned out. So if you got any sun-bleached antlers laying around and you want to do something with, make them look more natural, give this a try. Hope you guys like this video. Catch you in a bit.